This is my situation, and it might be yours as well. I have always had a very strong ambition to succeed, but I was not raised in a way that allowed me to easily do this. My parents cared about me, they just didn't have the insight necessary to guide me for how I wanted to live my life. The following information will save you a lot of time, but it won't do the hard work for you. I will begin with the basic changes first, stuff that might seem obvious, but then we'll move on to the more complex issues after that. Jonah Hill, the actor, made a documentary about his therapist. In this documentary, there was some very good advice given that we'll follow. The psychologist in it, named Phil Stutz, said that he advised his patients to first work on their life force if they felt stuck in life.
Your life force is the only part of you that actually is capable of guiding you when you're lost.
To improve your life force, you first need to work on your body through things such as exercise and diet. You then need to go out into the world and spend time with other people. Finally, you need to understand yourself better through activities such as journaling. Begin making these types of lifestyle changes in order to boost your life force and make it easier for you to move forward on your journey. Now it's time to pick a topic that you are interested in a lot, and the more you are obsessed with this subject, the better. It could be anything from martial arts to investing in stocks to even hot air ballooning. Do not select a subject that you are addicted to already. For example, video games, social media, or even movies should not be areas you choose if you have a problem with over-consuming them. Let's test something. Set a goal to read every day about the subject you picked for, let's make this easy, 15 minutes. After your reading session, briefly write down a summary of what you just read. If you struggle to do this every day for a week, then your work ethic isn't the greatest. This isn't your fault. If you were lucky growing up, then your parents would have forced you to become a base level of productive. They would have made you do your homework every day and not wait until the last minute. Maybe they even made you consistently practice piano or some other instrument that wasn't cool. If this work ethic was never instilled in you as a young child, you need to teach yourself as an adult to put in the work consistently. If you don't have any strong goals yet, start by reading and taking notes on your chosen subject. If you do have a goal, then begin setting a work schedule and sticking to it. You'd be surprised by how much you can accomplish from just 90 minutes of focused work every day. If you come from an unhealthy childhood, you might have learned to medicate your bad feelings. Some common methods are drinking, watching, scrolling, smoking, eating, and the list goes on. These feel-good activities will destroy your life force and make it impossible for you to achieve your goals. This is what you need to realize. You weren't born this way. You are a victim of conditioning, the type that this guy came up with.
Suppose I shape up the behavior of making a complete turn.
So if you don't feel great and you play a video game that makes you feel better, then you're going to keep playing video games. This is how positive reinforcement works. Add this up over the years and this behavior can become a problem.
There we go, all the way around.
In my opinion, this issue is probably the hardest obstacle to overcome for most people. You have to realize that conditioning can be reversed, but it's a difficult process. I recently made a video on how to cure addictions that are caused by negative emotions. The best thing is for you to watch this video after you're done with this one. This next area of improvement is huge. Take a look at this clip from the movie The Devil Wears Prada. The main character just got rejected from a job interview, and this is what she does.
I am not skinny or glamorous, and I don't know that much about fashion, but I'm smart. I learn fast.
She speaks her mind and articulately explains her point. She then gets the job. I realized way too late in life that the ability to communicate well is a superpower. It will open up so many avenues that otherwise would have not been accessible. Some kids were raised with parents who actively encouraged them to learn the art of discourse.
Now let's go back over our story. We're pretending and change it just a little.
Well, this wasn't me, so I learned how to do this on my own. Try this. Prepare a couple of personal stories. Hook the listener with your opening line. It could be as simple as saying, "The craziest thing happened to me." Then as you're telling your story, stay on point while also explaining important details. Now record yourself telling the story and listen to it. What do you realize about yourself? Are you too monotone? Do you speak too quickly? Next, tell your story to your friends while improving on your weak points and keeping appropriate eye contact. If you upgrade your storytelling skills, this will also translate to all aspects of conversation. The last thing you need to work on is a problem you might not even know you have. If your family had limiting beliefs about this world, then it's possible that they could have passed these down to you as well. Here's an example from my life. My family actually believed that it wasn't healthy to work too hard. They would always tell me to take it easy. It was like a catchphrase in my home. Now, I know that they were probably just concerned for my mental health, but this mindset wasn't the right approach in my opinion. I eventually internalized this belief to some degree, and I ended up doing as little as possible to reach my goals. It took a lot of work to get past this issue. The book Psycho-Cybernetics is amazingly effective at changing your limiting beliefs. It's actually the first self-improvement book I ever read, and it might be the best as well. Basically, the book explains how you can visualize the best version of yourself and make it a reality. I would highly suggest you read or reread it. I would argue, though, that the best way to get past limiting beliefs is to just prove them wrong. This first entails knowing what they are, and this takes some honest reflection on your part.
I'm really a ham and egg, or this guy, he's the best.
Once you do know what they are, then go out and show yourself that they are just nonsense. Don't believe you're good at school? Pick your best subject and put everything into it. Do you think you're just a lazy person? Set a work schedule around a motivating goal and never miss a day for a month. Remember, this journey is about making the right choices every day and having the grit to stick out the hard times. I know you have it in you to do this. Good luck with your journey, and I'll see you at the top.